As we welcome you back here to the Larry Gomes Stadium in East Trinidad as we continue our coverage of the CFU Club Shield 2025. We're getting ready for a real crucial game here. SV Transvaal out of Suriname against the All Saints United outfit. And they will be hoping that they can, in fact, pull the upset on the more favored Transvaal unit. Both of them coming in with 3 points apiece and a lot to play for in this one.
Not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it. Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power of football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do.
Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game.
Por el amor.
Pour l'amour.
I'd leave the war.
For the love of the beautiful game.
Looking to put your brand front and center on the biggest screen in the house? That's where Flow comes in. With dozens of networks and thousands of shows, we can precisely pinpoint your customers based on interest and lifestyle all day, every day. From entertainment, sports, news, and foodies, we have them hooked. Contact one of our sales teams today. Flow, giving you a smarter and affordable way to advertise locally.
Of the second game of today's doubleheader out here at the Larry Gomes Stadium. Remember, our coverage is made possible with the kind compliments of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association. And of course, we want to thank them as the host nation. And of course, Flow, our regional partner, who are the ones sending our images all around the world. And of course, the CFU, the Caribbean Football Union, their Under 14 Challenge Series is upcoming from the 15th through the 24th. It's a girls' tournament, and it promises to be an exciting one as well. So remember those dates, and we can look forward to that. But coming up in a short while, the Transvaal team, a team with a rich history out of Suriname, up against All Saints United, and they will be trying their very best here to just try and pull the upset. But that is going to take something special. So there's a Transvaal outfit. Paulo Sousa Santos in goal. Giorgio Bui. And Fernie Schmaltz. Jardel Williams. Serginho Edward. Donovan Relum. Johan Lise. Kirit Sana. Alvaro Kitsaweird. Artis Enrico. And Finidi Missenjan. So that's the starting 11 for the Surinamese outfit, Transvaal. A team with a rich history in this part of the world. All Saints United. Jaden Martin, Rafiq Drew, Challenger, Theodore, Dedoville, Thomas, Isaac, Ogaro, Graham, Bishop, and Pierre. So this is what it looks like here coming into today's action. And you can see there 3 points each for the top three. And that would have been in Group D. And AC Port of Spain beating Honor Gardens would have put themselves in the ascendancy in that group. And this is a Group C encounter that has all kind of ramifications here. And I'm sure they'll be anxious to so there it is. And the Group C, Transvaal, of course, with their 3-0 victory. All Saints United also won, but they won by a 3-1 margin, as did Weymouth Wales FC. So they are still in the mix as well. So the result of this game and the result of that Weymouth Wales game could very well determine which of the three will make it through to the semi-finals. We're certainly looking forward to that. And All Saints out of Antigua and Barbuda, they will be hoping that they could represent their country and with distinction. They've already done a good job, so why not go all the way? I suppose that's what they're probably saying. And there is their big captain boy and his opposite number challenger for the All Saints. So Transvaal in the green with the black streak down their chest, and of course the All Saints in the yellow top and black. So there you see them on your screen. Jaden Martin is their goalkeeper, and at the other end, Paulo Sousa Santos is the man between the uprights for Transvaal. And there was a time Transvaal would have been among the top clubs in the region, and this group is probably trying to rekindle that tradition. Very talented. Some of the best footballers in the region would have emanated from the club, so these youngsters, I'm sure, will be hoping to live up to those lofty heights. Several CFU and CONCACAF tournaments that were played here in TNT in the 70s and 80s. Transvaal would have been the name at the top of everybody's list as possible winners. They didn't always win, but they did that. From Campavine and others, certainly household names. Here's the kickoff to start us on our way, and a bad miss there, just getting the ball inside. This could be an opportunity. Nobody there, though, for him to tee it up for. But they're not out of the woods yet. Transvaal starting a little bit slowly. And there is, well, he went down. I'm not quite sure if he actually got touched or if he just, or the ball hit him and knocked him over. I don't think the defender touched him. In fact, the defender was the one who played the ball, played it out, but he played it probably straight into his face. And probably blacked out there just a little bit. The referee right on top of things there. Andrew Samuel from Trinidad and Tobago. Jessel Kerr Wilson from Jamaica is the first assistant. And Angelo Doyle of Barbados is the second assistant. The fourth official is Jordan Chibrant of Guadeloupe. Quickly now, they're trying to move it around as best as they can. Transvaal, hoping to move it. Schmaltz decided they're going to go all the way back. Relum is also operating in the back. So they want to make sure that they get their numbers right and get their connections going properly. Change in size here. That's the big fella boy. Just playing it upfield quickly, but immediately you could see the players, especially from Transvaal, trying to put the ball on the ground and play it on the ground as they understand the importance of keeping the ball in the ground for as long as possible. So they're not going to give them anything easy. Early ball, looking for the return ball. Now they decide they're going to switch sides quickly. Isaac's out there. And it's a real foot race here. and then no one giving an inch there. And the referee, though, is going to have a word. But you could just see how they were just jockeying there. Kaiser Word not giving up at all, even though he might have been the smaller man in that battle. He was showing that he was up for the fight. No goals yet. We only just started. 3 we into the 4th minute of play. Graham running into some problems here, but trying to get himself out of harm's way. Again, Transvaal transitioning very quickly indeed, and but so too the All Saints outfit, the Antiguan unit, very, very athletic, very quick. And here they come again, spreading the ball quickly. Bishop spreads it wide, but Transvaal again able to shut it down as they move it around quite nicely. Relum, a little too strong. That's not going to hurt one bit. Drew. He gets it upfield, and but it's quickly. Isaac not able to keep that one in on this occasion. So you can just see the contrasting styles there. All Saints not prepared to dwell on the ball at the back. They try to get it upfield quickly. Drew again has an early cross, and that's resulting in a corner kick. So you can just see that they are not messing around at all at the back. They just try to get the ball and try to get it to the midfielders or get it up to the front runners as quickly as possible. And they do have good pace and a good change of pace up there that could create all sorts of problems for them. Theodore is in the box as well, moving in there. Detterville. And now joining the fray, it looks as if it's Graham, who is also going to set up stall in there. And Thompson, just at the top of the box there is Challenger, the captain. So All Saints on the attack here now. And this one is played right out to him, but it's way too far. And putting some pressure there on Graham, and he couldn't keep it in, and clumsily plays it out of touch. But all's well that ends well. Relham goes over to his captain, Boyd. And they go further wide at the Schmelz. That's going to be pulled back there. Lise showing a little trickery there. Quick feet. So Lise just milking it just a little bit, but he seems to be okay. So now a chance for Schmelz to get this into the area. Not quite. Still a chance here. Now he thought about the shot for a moment, and then he was trying to probably do a back heel as well. Did neither. And now it's coming the other way. Big battle on, and quickly. So Transvaal with possession once more in their own half of the field. Just taking their time now, not trying to force the issue. Edward. Boy, big man. Good educated left foot there, knows exactly what he's doing with that left foot of his. Coming quickly, Enrico. Looking ahead, not seeing anything, decides to go over there. Sana is out there. Sana gets the ball back inside. Is he offside? He looked like he was running free there, and it's not going to count. It won't count. The flag was up for a long time, and it was just the angle from which he made the run that suggested that he might have been off. There he is. He's ahead of everybody and cutting across the green there, thinking that he might have hit pay dirt on that occasion. So a warning to the All Saints outfit. Transvaal could hurt you at any time. So you want to be very, very certain. Calendar doing very well. And again, they're trying to just switch that side automatically, but it's not there. And they're off to the races now. This could be interesting here. Can they swing something in? But again, they're not able to execute as well as they would like. Santos, Boy, bringing it all the way back to Relham. And that's excellent work there. Just doing enough to get it off the boot there, Pierre, to get it off the boot of Relham. Showing good patience now, so Transvaal. Working it around, trying to build it, Enrico. But again, nicely defended. The The angle's just a little bit off right now. Trying to assist here, but nothing doing. Early ball in. The goalkeeper is probably going to come and claim it. It's a big fella there, Jaden Martin. Really, when he jumps, it's like he's jumping to the high heavens. And he puts his hands up in the air. That's way too strong. So it goes from goalkeeper to goalkeeper. There's a drill we have in practice called goalie wars. That's more like it. But the only thing, we use half the field. Good approach work. And trying to get the return ball, but reading it oh so good is Graham. Bishop now coming very deep. O'Garo also trying to help out at the back. Good skill by Detterville, but can they now start getting bodies coming forward? Can't do anything with that. The challenger shakes his man off, and opportunity now, but Relum does very well holding his man off, and they're going to get themselves a throw-in. And it looks like for a moment there that Kaiser Word is down. He tried to put in a challenge, and he got the worst of it. So he just couldn't figure out what is happening there, but it looks as if he's in some discomfort. He might have just been stepped on, and again, these boots don't have any real protection. It's almost like it's plastic, and in the hot sun, it burns through and through, and then when you get stepped on, there's no protection there at all, so it's almost like you're being stepped on on your bare feet. So it could be very painful indeed. Taking his time there, Drew. But then the return ball is not a good one. And hoping now to get Weed back in the game. Kaiser Word not able to get back in the thick of things, at least not just yet. So we still don't have a goal, but there's a lot of potential, just like the first game, that we should get some scoring. In fact, there's so much at stake in this game that you don't see why not. Easy ball, just play it back inside Isaac, looking to turn with it. He decides he's going to spread it back to Theodore. Theodore brings it all the way over to Graham. Graham going for the return ball. Ditterville can't get it. And again, just those little things. Bishop with that first time effort there, not able to execute it as well as he would like. Patience, good patience being shown here now by both teams. Schmaltz. Schmaltz just rolling it forward, but once again the challenge coming from behind, and somehow it's taken over the line in the end by Graham. And once again, we see Lise on the ground. Both himself and Kaiser Word have been spending an awful lot of time picking themselves off the ground. So far in this game, we've only been playing 15 minutes. Again, a little nudge in the back there from Schmaltz. Graham quickly plays it inside now. Can they get something started here? Not much going their way. Again, this man is he's like a tower of strength at the back. On that occasion, though, he clumsily gave it away, but he's really like a wall at the back, and that's what you want in a defender. Starting to scream forward at Kwe now, but the ball, that final ball, so far, not what is going to. Maizidan trying to get involved, but not having much of a work. So no goals, 17 minutes, 17 and a half minutes going now. And the referee trying to keep things calm. Both teams, though, showing good resolve, but nothing to show for the efforts just yet. Pierre looking to find the big fella there. Two short men getting involved there. And the referee couldn't call high kick in there because who are you going to penalize? Both of them are 4 feet tall. Relum now looking for something, trying to get some movement, but nobody showing. So he decides he's going to just take a little scamper on his own. And he was, unfortunately, Isaac, a little bit too anxious to get at him. Enrico now, can he do something with this? All the way back it goes. Boy. Now a chance here, but again, Boy is back there, and he just lengthened him. He didn't even try to foul him, but he's so big that he just like brushed him off. Williams was trying to get in there, but to no avail. But you're seeing some positive signs of things starting to happen. Both teams just starting to find their targets with their passes. So their passes are a little more precise now, and certainly a little better organized. And that one just taken away there, and Bishop was going the wrong way. Williams, small man, but he plays the ball in the air. He's almost trying to do a no-look pass, but the ball, because the field is so bumpy, you have to stay over the ball in order to keep it on the ground. And just as I was saying that, Ogaru gives it away. There's another one played inside though, but just taking him away from the goal, but just yet now, shot blocked. Good defensive work there. Again, Enrico was threatening the goal on that occasion. And a fine block there, the defense doing its bit, just getting a body in front of the shot. So still no goals. We're looking for a first goal in this game. Both teams on 3 points. Transvaal with a +3 goal differential. All Saints with a +2. So just a 1 goal in it. Remember, it's only the winner advancing to the semi-finals. Again, good hustle once more, trying, Mr. Jean trying his best there to keep it in. And once again, the ball just being over-pushed a little bit and giving the defenders a chance when it was all said and done. Kaiser Weird getting away from one, but running into the other. Jaden Martin in goal for All Saints. Theodore, he decides he's going to go back. They have it back in the middle there again. Pierre has it, gets it over to Graham. Again, playing the ball around inside the center circle. Now they decide to go to the flanks of the field with it, and it's back inside. Relam has it. Gets it to Boy. Boy. Early ball inside, but the control just isn't there, and they give it right back to Transvaal. Here is Relam. Not sure what is happening. Enrico sees Williams coming short. Williams' low center of gravity can turn on a dime. Here they come again. Quick movement. Very good quick interpassing. Edward also now starting to heat up a little bit. He wants the ball a little bit more. Relam, he's been seeing quite a bit of it and gets it to Edward. Again, trying to just get his teammates involved. And some of the passes just a little bit errant at the moment, like that one. Under no pressure at all, he puts his teammate under pressure. And all he had to do is just roll the ball to him. Dedeville. Theodore this time gets it into middle to his captain challenger. He spreads it out wide to Ogaro. Ogaro trying to beat his man, loses out though. And now a foot race. This could be interesting. Kaiser Weird trying to get the better of Pierre, trying to recover, and Pierre does very well indeed, and takes it away. But All Saints still looking for some movement. Good interpass in there. Quick ball. Dedeville still going with it. Plays the ball to Ogaro. Can Ogaro get the cross in? He doesn't have to look. He just needed to place it properly. And he misfires. So good positive signs here from the All Saints. Early ball in. And again, look who's there. The big fella. Just so much. He's like a monster in the box. And everybody else kind of looks up at him. So now a corner kick. Can they defend this Transvaal? Arima waiting for the opening goal in this game. Is it here? And just skimming off the head there of, it looks like Pierre. And but they still couldn't get the better of him. But another opportunity here just to get this one inside. Graham doing very well. And a shot that sort of, the sting was taken out of it, but it was just gobbling up there. That's great work again from Pierre. As they keep training. Challenger now plays the ball across and trying to get inside there, but still having his problems. And they decide, look, let's just bring it back all the way to Graham. Graham takes his time. Pierre decides he's going to go over to the right-hand side now as they try to build it from the back. Theodore is back there now, drifting around the field. But this is Pierre. And early ball played, trying to free up his man there, Bishop, but not able to do so. And then that early release pass is not a good one. Pierre again, bringing it forward. He and Graham, they've been seeing quite a bit of the ball. And Theodore, this could be tight, and but it's given away. Williams looking for something here now. Opportunity, can he get the cross in? He decided against taking the initial one, and then he tries to fool the goalkeeper by hitting it with the left foot, but Martin was having none of it. Nicely positioned, and snuffs out the threat. And then he hits a long ball that is just what, 1-2 bounces into the arms of his opposite number. And he goes down, and I don't think he was under any pressure from anybody. But now Santos is sitting down as if to indicate that all is not well. Something is wrong with him. And so they will usher on the medical team or the medical personnel and let him deal with whatever the discomfort might be for Santos in goal. He's an important part for the Transvaal team. Exceptional, yet to be beaten in this tournament. I'm sure he would love to keep another clean sheet here tonight. So the players just taking the opportunity to get a little refreshment while Santos is attended to. But he's back on his feet. And I'm sure he'll be keen to stay on and continue this battle. He knows that he would have to be on the top of his game because the All Saints, they are moving the ball nicely and they're moving it quickly. So nothing is coming at you too easily. That's good football, and just getting a boot in once more and taking it away there was Pierre. But as soon as they get the ball, Ogaro now decides he's going to just cool it down a little bit, and a lovely ball out to the back there from Thompson. But probably just over the head of his teammate, but you could see the intention. Relum actually put himself in trouble and then just passed the ball off to his teammate as if to transfer that trouble to him. And luckily for him, Schmaltz was able to win a throw-in, but they give it right back to All Saints. No, Pierre. But he too cannot hit the target, and more miscommunication. They just seem everything is just a little bit rushed right now and not as clinical as a little bit. Theodore was trying to just play it forward, hoping to get Graham started, but he couldn't. Now, this could be dangerous here. Who is there for the hook back? And the shot comes and it's skied. Well, well, well. That really was a great opening, and he had all the time in the world. And Castleweed, I'm not sure what he was thinking here, thinking power more than anything else. And he scored a goal in the rugby goal. Over the bar it went. And if it was rugby, we would have had the sign to say, put the hands up to indicate that it did score or it did pass between the uprights. But that doesn't count in a soccer game. You have to put it under the bar. And again, the shock result would have been AC Port of Spain knocking out the defending champions in Arnett Gardens. 4-1, I think, was the final score in that one. Here's another goal, but he's offside. He just went a little too early. Somehow the ball followed him, and he just couldn't keep his cool. And but he's going to get the yellow card for just kicking the ball away, which is really uncalled for. And that's the type of stuff that coaches get. That's why coaches get gray hairs. Because there was no need for him to kick the ball away. The whistle had gone. He was offside. So he could have just looked across the line and seen that he was offside. And then when the referee called the play back, he proceeded to just kick the ball away, kick it behind the goal. Luckily for him, the ball boy sent on a replacement quickly, but the referee was still not happy. So he is to the yellow card. So the first yellow of the game, and that goes to Kaiserwerd. But in the 32nd minute, 33rd minute of play. Now he has to be careful. He don't want to get another yellow card, then he'll be sent off. Williams just getting a boot in. And again, back it goes to Boy. Relum. 33 minutes now on the clock. Still no goals. But we've come close. In fact, Transvaal did have the ball in the back of the net, but the offside flag went up. Pierre and Graham combining again, but this time he's robbed of it and then showing too much of the ball, and but still determined as ever to try to win it back. Lise commits the infringement, and now he goes down again. So unless he came in with a knock and probably aggravated it here a little bit. So the game has been played at a pretty hectic pace. Thankfully, it's a later game, so it's not the blistering hot sun we had for the first game earlier today. A big result, again, for the Dublanc FC. 2-1, the final there against Ducks. But it has no impact on the top of the group. Because someone of these two teams, or both of them, might get an additional point. And if that is the case, then Transvaal would remain just ahead on goals. But it also depends on the other game that features Weymouth. And can they get a victory? So still a lot to play for. That's why both of these teams have to be very purposeful and try to score as many goals as possible, because you just don't know. Back and forth they go. That's a nice little ball, but again, the big fella is there, but fighting hard and getting it up. O'Garo trying to play back. He does get the ball in, and Santos, as cool and as calm as you like. Played the ball first time, and Transvaal has possession, and that's a clumsy tackle. That might be a yellow card too. He has to be careful, and in fact he will get the yellow card. And Bishop not really necessary to put in that type of a challenge. Okay, you can see he came on the blind side, and put that foot in, and then it's almost like if his both legs just almost like a scissors around him. And the little fella Enrico has to get a little help in getting up. So, but still no goals, and 2 yellow cards to the All Saints outfit. Transvaal again playing this ball. That's not a bad ball, but it's going to take some getting, and good defending as well. Just getting his body between the man and the ball, ensuring that he can play it, and that it will bounce into touch. And again, it's the kind of work that you like to see, because is really an attacker, coming back and helping out on defense there, and making it look so effortless. Detterville. Boy. And almost falling down there was Relum, and now he's able to produce something, but he looks up and it's almost like he didn't see his man looking there, or as I say, mashing the line, and then he just gives the ball away, and the counter-attack is coming the other way, but look at who's in the way there. Such a commanding presence at the heart of the defense for Transvaal. Decided he's going to go all the way back. Thompson sweeping back there. Ogaro. Thompson again trying to put this one in a spot, try to lead his man in the spot, but nothing doing. So back and forth they go here. Nobody really doing anything to hurt the other, except give the ball back to them time and again. And since they're doing that, Transvaal, they're the ones who are coming streaming forward again. And but it's just more of the same. A simple pass that goes awry. Good skills once again. Thompson. Again, trying to get it up there over on that far side there to Ogaro. Ogaro will keep possession for the time being. Remember, we're in the 40th minute of play and they give it away. And but it's out 1v4, literally. And only now he's going to get some help. Taking his time, Lise, trying to turn his man, and he is basically just pushed down. Now the referee might issue another yellow card, and this time it is Graham who goes into the bad books. So with 40 minutes going, 3 All Saints players have on yellow cards, so this is not a good situation for them. You don't want to be racking up all these yellow cards, because all it takes is one mistake, a slip or something, and next thing you know, you have to leave the field. So with 2 yellows, so I'm sure the referee is doing what he's supposed to do, but the players have to also do their part. At least it looks to be okay. He's got a little bit of treatment. And he's back on his feet now. And it looks also as if Enrico is going to leave it for Williams to see if he could produce the cross that results in the opening goal of this game. It's goalless. Now we're in the 42nd minute of play. Will be some time for stoppages. The referee just giving his last bit of instructions, to be warning them how to jump, because if they put their hands up and it hits the hand, then it might be a penalty. They're inside the area. And then there's a host of, there's nobody back, a host of green shirts back there at the back post waiting for the ball to come in. And the referee has blown the whistle. There is a man down. It looks like Pierre stayed down after the challenge. And you could see challenger trying to persuade the referee that because he went down, it should be a foul. But Transvaal had possession of the ball. And the player ran across him. I don't think it was anything malicious. Looked like Lise ran right across him and probably struck him in the face as he was trying to make the clearance. And but the referee stopped the play, kind of took away a possible second attack. And instead they decided that they're going to do the bump ball. And but it remains 1-0. So we start to come forward now. Relum. And just showing a little too much of the ball again, Kaiser Word. Instead of putting the ball and trying to run with it, he needs to control the ball and he can even walk with it if he wants to. But once you do that, here is the little fellow Williams turning, twisting. And that's good work now, Kaiser Word. And this time it's going to go out for a corner kick. And yes, it is the corner signal there. Just at Kerr Wilson. Ball played in along the ground, but just trying to change it up a little bit here now, Williams. And they have their numbers back now. So trying to take aim and fire. That's Sana. But that's not going to hurt one bit. Martin will gobble that up, as they say, without fail. Now it's All Saints' turn to try to see if they could fashion an opening, but it's not happening right now as we approach the halftime. 44, almost 45 minutes gone. In fact, 45 minutes on the clock now. We have 2 minutes of added on time. In this, the first half. Ball played forward now quickly by, looks like Drew getting involved in the game. Here he is again. He and Ogaro switching positions just slightly. Thompson plays the ball in. Williams, though, sends his man screaming down that right-hand side, and they try to play further ahead of him. Can he return the favor? That's good football. The shot, and eventually that is blocked, and it's going to be a corner. So that's great football, but what a recovery run from Thompson there. He had to come from a long way, and eventually got the boot in, and there he comes across to make the block. And deny him the opportunity, even for the goalkeeper, to make a save. So good football all around. Good, quick, crisp build-up. Quick counter-attack by Transvaal, but nothing to show for it. And the referee again is having a word with players from both teams. A little bit of, what we call it, extracurricular activity. I don't think you're going to get any points for it, or any marks for it, but here is the ball in. That's not a bad effort at all. The player goes down, and but the referee still allowing play to continue. Another ball volleyed up in the air, and still nothing doing there. That's a really bad play, because he had so many players, so many green shirts in attack, that you don't want to take the ball away whenever there are those opportunities. This is a great ball. This is a good run. It's right across the goal. There was his man waiting there. Lise was as free as a bird, and he couldn't get the ball to him in that position there. What an opening that was, that they couldn't take. However, they still have numbers up there. Schlutz, Williams, back it goes now. And again, they're trying to get the ball over. That's not going to hurt. The keeper is going to come and claim that one without too much fuss. Edward probably would love to get that back. It's the end of the first half in this encounter. Had its moments, and then it had some lulls in between. But at the end of the first 45 plus 2, it is still SP Transvaal 0, All Saints United 0.
Not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it. Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do.
Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game.
Por el amor.
Pour l'amour.
I'd leave the war.
For the love of the beautiful game.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Well, we're getting ready for the second half of this encounter. It's still goalless here. All Saints United holding Transvaal. And really, this game has tremendous ramifications. Somebody's going to have to try to break this deadlock, and I'll tell you that because the other team with the 3 goals, with 3 points, are leading in their game. Again, our coverage is with the kind compliments of the TTFA, the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, FLO, our media partner, and of course the Caribbean Football Union. They have their Under 14 Challenge Series for girls coming up from August 15th through the 24th. Something to look forward to. As we get ready for the second half, the players are making their way back out in the middle. Still nothing to, as I say, write home about. But they need to get cracking here in order to really set the place alight. They've had their moments, they've been huffing and puffing, but nobody can blow the house down just yet. Are we in for a big second half? And again, as I say, Weymouth Wales, they're playing Wooloos by a 3-0 margin, so they will be on 6 points if their scoreline holds up. Who will join them on that here? And then goals will be the other factor as well. Nice, good football movement. There's a chance, and he just couldn't cue it up. And now trying to get the shot off there, Enrico, but he wiped his man away, who was coming back on defense to help out, and only just got in the way. But that was really shaping up to be something promising there for Transvaal. They just couldn't get that final shot off, and going back there and sacrificing his body was Dedaville, who took a nasty little knock there. But he seems to be okay. Here he is now, trying to challenge for the ball. And early ball across. Drew playing to play the return ball. And all the appeals go up. And nothing given. So you could see the Antigua Barbuda outfit appealing for a possible handle ball in the area. Instead, they're going to get a free kick out on the extremities of the field. And this is where Dedaville and company could be so deadly. Bishop is in there as well, keeping tabs on proceedings, trying to maybe map out some kind of a strategy here. Dedaville. Played to the back post, headed up, but not under control at all, Graham. And it goes to Notes. But they really need to get a move on here, both of these teams, or at least one of them, if they want to go through, because they could slug it out, not score a goal, and then fail to qualify. The point will not be enough. Because, as I said already, these two teams, both on 3 points, both won their opening games, 3-0 and 3-1 this respectively, but also Weymouth Wales from Barbados, they also won their game by a 3-1 margin, and they're leading in their game today by a 3-0 margin at the half. So they are in the driver's seat right now. So not only do these two teams here have to get a move on, not only do they need a win, but they have to score some goals as well, because a 1-0 win may not be enough. Because if goal difference is going to determine who advances, Weymouth Wales are in the driver's seat at the moment. And now Martin doing what coaches don't like to see, which is the goalkeeper dribbling the ball out. And if you want to see a coach get old and grey quickly, is that the goalkeeper do that consistently. Here's a ball coming over, takes an awkward bounce, and then Drew helps it on, getting it out of harm's way. as quickly as possible. Now a chance for Transvaal. Can they really put the squeeze on Sana, trying to get something going? And Thompson again sacrificing life and limb, as they say, for the team. It's a lovely little ball, good control, and the return ball is on. And but the challenge is also very well executed. Unfortunately, the ball out of the back is not a good one. So they give up possession rather easily. Police are also leading in their game. And of course, the shock result, if you want to call it that, AC Port of Spain manhandling the defending champions Honoured Gardens, knocking them out of contention for a place in the semi-finals. So that was a big result, one would have to say. And it wasn't just a slim 1-0 lead. I think it was a 4-1 final score. So an emphatic victory. Here it's still goalless, and the game really is screaming out for a goal. Who will provide it? And it could come here now, but the shot really snatched at it again there, Enrico. And the big fella, Jadon Martin, hammers it upfield. Still they have possession now. Keeping it up, here's O'Garo. Plays the ball there. Drew sends him forward again, but that's good defensive work by Lixie there, just to get a boot in. Ball came across there, but as I say, that's water in the knee there. Missed kicks. Probably too anxious to get the shot off. In the meantime, the ball is running, going in the area, and once again trying his best there is Pierre. The referee not convinced that there was an infringement there against Kesselward. Another early ball, but really, he's just giving it back to the opposition. No real threat there. Williams, though, trying to get involved in proceedings. O'Garo quickly gets it back, and Thompson spreads it wide. Drew is out there. Nice take on his part. Tries to play the early ball in, but the big fella is back there. And Boyd, and taking it down nicely. Here he is again. Referee says play on, and a chance here for Drew to get the ball in, but Boyd is anxious or able to handle it with calm. He really is a leader. He's a real giant of a man, but he's so efficient with what he does. Predominantly left-sided, but he handles that very well. So now we have another injured player down. Trying to maybe catch his breath a little bit as well while getting treatment. Hopefully everything will be okay for Isaacs to continue. So we're going to have a substitution, and they are in fact going to take off Isaacs. And they're going to replace him. This is by Shalon Knight. So early substitution, one would have to say, but it's one that they probably felt they needed to make at this time. Williams looking for something, not happening there, and again, player goes down, and the referee says it's going to be a throw-in, going the other way. Drew was ready to take the throw-in himself. So it's going to be a free kick just at the extremities of the field. It's not a throw-in, or is it? Yes, it is a throw-in, so the referee didn't give a free kick per se, although there was a lot of hollering for something. The referee says, no, let's just throw the ball in Sana. And they still have possession of it now. Way over on that far side there. Both teams really battling here now, really trying to get squeeze everything out of this game. And once again, it's a high boot there, just trying to avoid everything coming towards him there, but challenger raises boot a little too high. Knight trying to get acclimatized quickly. And are they going to get the cross in? I think that would make sense. They don't have to push it wider than that. It's wide enough. They can threaten the goal with a good cross ball if they could get numbers at the back post. And that one is played in, and nobody can make contact with it. So, but not a bad ball at all. The goalkeeper didn't come for it, and for a moment there, it looked as if it might be something promising. But we still await our first goal in this game. A crucial game. Both teams on 3 points. In fact, one goal separates them on goal difference. One is a +3 goal differential, and the other one is a +2 goal differential. So very tight indeed. And if no matter what kind of scoreline it is in terms of a draw, it will remain the same in terms of the standings. Well, for these two teams, that is, and Transvaal will still be ahead of All Saints. However, as I was said before, Weymouth Wales, they are 3-0 up at the half in their game, so they will be the new leaders of the group, and they will qualify for the semi-finals if nobody on this team could find a way through. Trying to play a defense splitting pass when the simpler one was to play it out wide, and now the turnover sees the ball coming the other way quickly. Now trying to really step on the gas here a little bit now. Play just getting a little bit helter-skelter at times, but you could see them searching for it, and this was the chance there. The header came, but again, Mr. Dan couldn't get on top of it and to head it down. He went screaming into the area. The ball came there, but it might have also just touched the head of Pierre, and that would have thrown him off just that little bit, and now he stays down. So with substitutions, 3 of them waiting to come on, we have to see where they locate them. But 3 players are going to make their way onto the field.
6:23.
So we see number 6 Williams coming off. And also making an exit there is Sana. And the last one, number 10, is getting ready to come on. Is it the number 5? Yep. So Schmaltz. So those are the 5 substitutes. So number 10, Tui. He is quick one, number 12, Amania. And the other substitute is the number 11, Heckbert. But also he's still trying. Keeping good possession here. Here's Thompson now. Spreads it out wide where he has Ogaro. Ogaro just played it where his man was originally, and the ball goes away. And Enrico cannot turn quickly enough, and the ball is taken away. It quickly changes hands, and boy, looking to spread this one. Thompson. Again, it's the same play, and they still cannot hit the target with the kind of efficiency that is required. And again, Enrico loses out. Enrico. And Ogaro again comes screaming forward, and again he plays it behind the back of his teammate. Twice in a row now. He tried the same play, and twice now he makes an errant pass, but all's well that ends well, as they say. They still haven't conceded in the tournament just yet. Transvaal, they're 3-0 winners in the first game. They're yet to concede here, or is this the moment? And just a big swing of the boot there to no avail, and it just goes. That's the captain challenger. Mr. Jean, not able, he hasn't really been able to get into the game, hasn't been able to threaten the goal. And Drew guilty there of a high boot. Gets another bite of the cherry. Again, plays an aimless ball behind everybody. And they're trying that diagonal ball. Obviously, it's a deliberate ploy, but they keep mishitting the ball. And things that look promising, all of a sudden, turns to nothing. This time they get the ball across. Can he keep going? And he does well. He's bundled off the ball there, but the referee says play on. And he really was getting the better of his man. They just seemed to find that second gear and looked to be screaming forward. But instead of getting an opportunity, he loses out. Now a chance here for Drew. Going forward, he's looking, but there isn't much there for him. And in the end, he might lose out. And both players go in hard. And looks like Enrico is going to be booked for this one. And it was a kind of a 50-50 ball. But I thought he got more man than ball, if he got the ball at all. So everybody's pleading here now as they realize that time is of the essence. We're in the 64th minute of play. And we have another player down way in the distance, and that looks like it is Mr. John, who has been really hammered about the place. In all fairness to him, I thought he had gotten the better of the defender, and the defender just sort of pushed him off or widened his body in front of him and derailed him. And he might be making his way off. In fact, he's going to make his way around. So it looks as if Kaiserswerth is coming off, and so another substitution, and the replacement is Apai, Dimitri Apai. So they're really trying here now to see if they could find some way to unlock this All Saints defense, but right now All Saints are the ones looking for the key, the magic key, so that they could find a way through here, through the big door. Well, they're trying to play this offside, and they played very, very deep indeed, and they have to be careful here. And that ball is out of bounds, so really, and it's really about the choices, the decision making there. He got to the ball early, and this is an opportunity for him to probably get the cross in, and then for whatever reason he waits for the dribble, and then that opportunity was gone. So still no goals yet. Drew with a chance there, couldn't do anything with it. O'Garo does well, gets a lovely little ball forward. The play, that's a brilliant ball, but too strong in the end. Santos quickly off his line. And a good interception, but now trying to switch plays, taking their time about it. The man who just came on here a little while ago, Hesbert. Martin will gobble that up, no problems at all. So 0-0, 66 minutes gone. 1 versus 2 is proven to be a tough battle, but no goals. Every time you nudge the man from behind like that, the referee almost inclined to call an infringement. So now another player goes down, and the referee hasn't stopped play though, but he's allowing play to continue. So try to bring it out of the back here now. Transvaal showing good patience. Santos decides he's going to go all the way over to the right hand side and quickly bring things forward. And that's another ball played up, and good sky in there from the ever-present Pierre. Another great ball inside, and there is Pierre again with the header. Now looking for something. He's probably thought about it, still thinking about it. Now they decide they're going to play it wide, and that's a great ball in, but again, look at who is there. Pierre once more with the block. So just for a moment, Transvaal seemed to be getting, and that's great skill there by Enrico. Gets the ball across, but once again, Martin is in the way. So a good sequence this from Transvaal as they try to break this deadlock. And it won't happen there because the big fella is comfortably behind it and intercept. So they're coming the other way once more. Looking for movement, not finding much. Decide that he's going to just play it up, but this could lead to something, who knows. Still going, and eventually he is brought down. Mr. Jar. Quickly an opportunity for the Heckbert. Can he get in the game? Amania is also out there, but he too hasn't really been as effective. But he needs somebody to do something. Apai, who has just come on, is also up there. A great opportunity now. This is a good time to break the deadlock. 69 minutes. And it's at one of those angles. It's not at the perfect angle for you to feed them, and with a right footer, it's a pretty peculiar angle. And now the wall is the defense is pushed right up, so there's a lot of space behind. And this may require two persons to play this ball, and see what, unless he's going straight to goal, because this is going to be difficult. Let's see if they can get it into that space. And he's going straight at goal, just misses. I was just making the point, it's at that angle where it's difficult for him to play a floated ball over, and unless he was going straight at goal, and that's exactly what he resorted to, and it almost worked for him. The goalkeeper was leaning to his left, Martin, and then the shot that came in there from Tui almost got the job done there, but so close and yet so far. So yet another player goes down in this game. It's been a really tough evening for them. To see what is going to happen there. So the scoring continues for the Weymouth Wales, as they have tacked on another one now in the 70th minute. So they continue to do their business. Nobody wants to do theirs here. And is this the moment? And no, says the defense, but as the ball is just trickling around, no time being wasted at all. Police 4-1 over Eagles. That's a good result for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. And Enrico is barged in from behind. And Weymouth Wales, they just continue to do their bit. And there's another chance here again, but once more, Martin cannot be beaten. And they come in close. One would have to say that was a nice little opening there for them. That exactly is Tui, who had the shot a short while ago that almost surprised Martin. On this occasion, he couldn't really get to that one. So still goalless here. And Weymouth Wales with 3-0 at the half. Then they tacked on another one in the 47th minute to make it 4-0. Add another one in the 70th minute to make it 5-0. So they are not even fooling around. So some changes here coming up as they look for some answers. So Detaville is going to come off and try to see if he can't do something to help out. Here's another ball played in and just falling down just as he was about to make contact, and the ball just runs free, and this one is also going to run into touch here. So some quick changes made there. Of course, Adams has just been brought on. Detaville is off. There was a chance. This might be the opening here. Can he finish the ball? Right across the face of the goal it goes. And still, they cannot get anybody at the end of it to slot it home. So, and that was good work there again from Adams, but not to be. So finally, another substitution. Bojanski is on. And the big number 32, Mr. Jean, who's been really through the wars all evening long. And that's too straight and too powerful. So can they put something together here now? Once again, the goalkeeper is called into action here. Those passes are just a little too strong. And you would think by now they would probably know the exact weight of the passes that they have to make. So just sneaking behind the defense now. Can he get the ball across? No, he can't. So it's a throw-in, says the referee. The All Saints were hoping it would have been theirs, but it's Transvaal's. 75 minutes, we're into the last 15 and still no goals. And this is clumsy because the ball is played back to him to play it first time. And instead of playing it first time, he tried to dribble his man, had his lane cut off, and then couldn't go anywhere with it. And now, and probably had to foul in order to sort of get out of jail. And now he probably has hurt himself as well as his opponent. And that was Lissy there, who found himself in a pretty awkward position. And then almost like was forced to commit the foul. It would be interesting to see which way the referee points. Should be in favor of All Saints, but we'll see if that is in fact the case. So yes, it is. And it's a yellow card for Lisi for his indiscretion. And the ball was played back to him. All he had to do was just release it first time. He tried to dribble. And now he's paid a price for it. And now his team's down to 10 men. So can they take advantage of this? And I don't know why the other player is standing watching the other. Everybody has to be back on defense at this stage. You don't need anybody in attack for the moment. You have to defend this here. And it goes in. The goalkeeper was a little bit late in getting there, but eventually he did. And concedes a corner. Santos was at full stretch there, coming to the near post. The ball was swerving, and it took a little bit of a bounce, an awkward bounce. But he did well. Got his hands to it. Now, Lisi is back in, and the corner comes off. It looked like it hit the post. And well, the drama now at the end of it all. The goalkeeper is there, and it misses everybody. Well. Boy jumped, he missed it. The goalkeeper found at it, and it just bounced wide of two yellow shirts at the back post. Nobody could get there. And look at it at the end of where Drew was there, and he couldn't touch it. So, another substitution. So they're emptying the benches, as they say. Coach obviously giving everybody a chance here. They're trying to win this game, if at all possible. Twits is on. And all of a sudden, Transvaal can't seem to get the ball out of their own half with any degree of comfort. Now they might get an opportunity. Screaming into the box, and he miskicks it. Well. And he picked his head up. He knew what he wanted to do, Tui. And it's almost like he kicked it onto his non-kicking foot. So we're into the last 10. So Theodore is off, and Thwaites has joined the action. In the last 10, who will finally break this deadlock? We've been asking that question now for some time. Not there, but maybe this might be the chance. Again, it's a ball that is played on the wrong side of the defender. And again, has to be careful. Remember, he already is on a yellow card, and then he just gives the ball back. Gives himself some extra work as well. And now they cannot get the ball into the danger zone. So plenty of huffing and puffing, but nothing. Sinclair on that occasion trying his luck. And again, the lovely ball down this right, and hitting the ball, trying to get it across, but it still ricochets off the defender, and Adams is going to take it himself. It was his cross, or his intended cross, that was deflected out. And now, can they finally put the finishing touches on one of these crosses? They've been trying all afternoon long. They either hit it too long or hit it too short. Let's see what they can do here. There's a flying header in, but it's gone the opposite direction. And offside is the call. Adams, the guilty man. So a lot of promise, but no finish. That has been the story. A lot of huffing and puffing, but nobody to blow the house down. So here is Boy. Thinking for a moment of getting it up. Lissy. Back it goes. And here's Boy again. Now he's going to try to really launch it forward. And they were right there waiting for it. Nothing doing. And here now, this is Enrico. Looking to play a great ball in. Flicked on just the deflection there. But the goalkeeper, Martin, read it well. And made the save. Another great opening. So it's back and forth we go now as both teams laid on the line. Trying their best to get something. And there again is the big man coming across. He didn't want to leave it for the goalkeeper. And did the best thing here, get to the ball first. If you're there, then you get to the ball. So now we're going to have a big throw. Drew looks like he's going to launch one in the area. A long throw. Sinclair has assumed a position at the near post. Now he's backing off a little bit. And the ball is thrown in there, and then there's no shot as yet, and a handle ball. So Adams trying there, the referee allowed play to continue. Now in reality, he probably should have called the play back because there were like 3 or 4 players right around the ball preventing them from taking the kick. And they eventually did. Most times players do that because they're trying to get it to deflect off the opponent's foot. And the ref, because they know the referee is going to call it back. Now, again, another flick on that is not very good. The referee is allowing play to continue, plays the advantage. Now, can All Saints do something about it? Nothing there. Enrico is right there, battling away. He should have been offside because he came back from an offside position. And finally, the flag goes up, and everybody's wondering, tweets, wondering who's offside, but it clearly was him. And there was a heavy collision before all of that transpired. And the man is still down. And you could see, and that is Drew. And Drew has been really through the wars in this encounter. And we also have another player down on the far side. He's now trying to get up. So they're dropping like flies because they've been working extremely hard for the 85 minutes or so of this encounter. And nobody wants to leave. Both teams still working hard. And if you're hearing screeching tires in the headphones, it's because our regular friends are doing their little dragging over on the far side. I know my producer is anxious to put his Toyota over there. Enrico looking for something. That's a great ball. Plays it out on the far side, but again, still nothing doing. Time for a shot, and it's blocked. Still could score. It could put the rebound in the area beyond everybody, and it's coming out only just though. And now a chance for them to break. Good opportunity here for Adams now, and if he could play it in front of him, but it's easily blocked and nicely intercepted. Good recovery run. And but now still not able to get it. Can he get the shot off? No, he decided against it. And he goes tumbling over. The referee says free kick right in the middle of the goal. This is a dangerous one here now with 87 minutes gone. Can All Saints pull something out of the hat here now? It may be a moot case, but at least they would love to win this game to make it 2-2. But first they're going to have to beat Santos in goal, who hasn't had that much to do when to be fair. Just one or two opportunities they had. I recall one cross, a corner kick that was low down and he had to push it out at the near post. But outside of that, other than probably just coming out and covering loose balls, he hasn't really been tested. But this might be the ultimate test here. And what will give? It looks like Tweets is the one standing over it. Can he finish it? Up it goes, saved brilliantly by Santos. Well, 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 what a shot and an even better save. It was coming down, it was going to go under the bar, and he had to get up there and save it, and that he did. And here's another one that he's able to push away, And of course, as you touch the goalkeeper, it's going to be called back by the referee. So Santos now having to retrieve the ball, and he's going to try to spot it well in advance. The referee is going to push him back. And when you consider the infringement took place probably just under the bar, so he's already gained a good 3 or 4 meters. He sends another long one there. So it's the end of regulation time here now. And so we're looking at time added on here. And the referee probably is going to give quite a few of those, maybe 3 at least. But we wait to see what the signal is to the fourth official. Nothing just yet. Here's another long throw into the area, and this one could bring it out, and not the type of ball that is required. Still, they're fighting for it. Enrico trying to get it forward. Can he get the cross in? He does, but again, it's intercepted, and they can't do anything with it. That's a great ball, but is it too strong? And it is too strong. Just. So 3 minutes of added on time. That's a good ball. The pass inside is not a good one, and it's easily intercepted. Referees allowing them to play. That's a nice little chip ball in the area there. Can he get the better of his man? Still fighting for it. Lovely ball in the header, and he misses. Well. Great determination there shown once again by Tui to get the cross in, and then at the back post, not able to finish it off. The substitute had it on a platter there, Bojanski, and he misses. So, great opportunity here. Can we get another chance at the other end now? Because they've just been going from one end to the next. And header down, flicked on. Bojanski plays another good ball. This could be it. Did he get the shot off? He goes at a very bad angle and pushed away nicely by Martin. Really, he needed to hit that the first time. He didn't need that second touch. It took him away from the middle of the goal. And look at it here. Why does he need that other touch? Hit the ball because you have a wider angle to aim at. There, the angle is very tight, and the goalkeeper could cover more of that angle. So he put himself at a bad angle and made it easier for Jadon Martin in goal for All Saints. So now Transvaal trying to get a late winner here. Down goes the header, and out it goes. So still no goals. These two teams have been battling now for 90 plus, and they still can't break the deadlock. And that's a long kick. He's been really positive with those clearances. And opportunity again, and that is going to be a free kick. It's going to be a yellow card as well. No, the referee decides against it, so it's going to be a free kick. And now, can they really, and he's offside. How can you be offside for a free kick like that? Now, he might get a yellow card as well. So Adam goes into the bad books. But really and truly, you're standing there. You must see interest in here, but again, almost. That's a great recovery there from Edwards. And certainly for a moment there, it looked as if Sinclair was clean through on goal, and yet we play on. I'm sure we've gone past 3 minutes of added on time now. So the whistle could come any minute now. There is the header, and it's wide. Well. It's just not to be. It's almost as if somebody locked the goal and threw away the keys because they cannot find the combination. What will we have here now? Do we have one last opportunity? Can he get the cross in? Nice ball played in at the back post and beyond everybody yet again. And that is the final whistle. So this one would end goalless. And certainly a disappointing result, not a disappointing game by any stretch of the imagination. Outside of the goals, the game had everything else as two teams that were trying to make it through to the semifinals, but neither one of them could make it through. They would just go to 4 points respectively, and because of that, Weymouth Wales, with their big win today against Woolwich, they will go through as the top team in Group C. And when last I checked, they were already 5-0 up and cruising. So they would be the ones who would top the group at the end of it all. And these two would only shake their heads and wonder what might have been. So it's goalless. This one ended here at the Arima Velodrome. Let's take a look back at how we got here. This was early first half action, an opportunity again. And would you believe it, a simple effort on goal there, not able to take advantage of that one. Still, they kept trying though, and getting behind the defense, but nobody home. And when they did get the hook back right, the finish just wasn't there. Another opportunity going the other way, and look at the speed here, trying to get beyond everybody, and that touch, those require one touch. You cannot touch up the ball in the area so close to the goal. And again, another teaser at the back post, but no finish. And that has been the story of this game. Good approach work, but nothing to show for it by way of finishing. At the other end, more of the same. And even in the dregs here now, when they were looking for somebody to break the deadlock, they were really slugging it out. That was a brilliant effort there. The goalkeeper was leaning to his left, and he tried to fool him with the direct kick to it, but it wasn't to be. Here again, he can't get the power on. And this one was crucial. Look at this ball right across the face of the goal. Nobody there to finish it off. Edwards was trying to catch up, but it was too late. And this one, the goalkeeper again scrambling forward, and he lost his footing, and then he just used his arms to get it away from his goal. And then he was still under pressure, came here, missed everything, and would you believe it went wide as well with the gaping goal there at his mercy. A nice little flick on there, but again, Mr. John couldn't get the kind of contact needed. This one, again, just going up and away from challenger, the captain. And now this free kick. This was the highlight here. On target, on frame, but Santos was having none of it. And he pushed it away. And even in the dregs here now, another opportunity. Ball hooked back, and nothing doing there. Tui and company couldn't find the equaler. Bajanski, the man with the header. And this one, another brilliant save here, but late from Tui. The angle was bad. And even then, there was time for one more look at goal. Nothing doing. So that is the situation here. Goalless, this one ended between Transvaal and All Saints United. That's about all I could say. This was a real slugfest. Both teams laid it on the line, but no goals at the end of the day.
To be honest, right, I'm disappointed with the result, but I'm happy with the boys. They gave their all. Could I have a goal at the end? You saw it, the free kick and pressure. Boy, just wasn't our day. Just wasn't our day. We come again next year, so we're ready.
Yeah. It's one of those games where you know a goal could make all the difference, but it just never came.
All I can say is God's plan. That's all I can say. Like, tough luck. I'm speechless. Can't say much. Can't just disappointed they didn't win the game, but such is life.
I know, but at the end of the day, 2 games and you had 2 solid performances. You must be happy with the overall performance of the players.
Yes, I'm happy to be honest because this is our first game in the CFU. First 2 games in the history of Austin United, so I'm very happy. Didn't lose any game, so that's a big plus for us coming back next year also.
Yeah. But what it would mean you feel for Antigua, for people back home could see the performances that you all put down?
Well, to be honest, I think the home fans should be proud of us. To be honest, because most of us here, okay, we are experienced, but it's a young team, averages of 27 years of age. So yes, they should be proud and looking forward for better next time coming around.
Once again, we need to congratulate you on a fine effort. I know it's a bit hurting because 1 goal probably could have made all the difference, but it's that kind of a game.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, so there is us over there, the captain of the All Saints team, trying to just contain himself and make it happen for them. It just wasn't to be on this occasion. Pai is here with us, and I don't know how to say it, man. It was a tough game, and but you didn't get the result.
No, it's not the result we wanted, of course not, but it happened already, so we have to accept it. So, but this game was a moment for us to learn, so we know what to do better, what to improve on. So next time we have to do much better.
Yeah, but I'm sure coming into this game you probably felt confident you could get the result.
Yeah, of course, because we watched them games, and the first game we won 3-0. It could have been more, of course, but it didn't happen. So we thought, well, we had the confidence that we would have won this game, but it didn't happen, and we didn't create a lot of chances like in the first game. But at least we get 1 chance in the last couple of minutes. So I think if we had scored that, we would win the game, and then we would see what's happening after.
Yeah, well, in the other game, Weymouth Wales, they were already up 5-0 while you all were still pressuring here. So even a win might not have been enough, but it would have been important for you, I'm sure, to get 2 wins before leaving the show.
Yeah, it would have been nicer, you know. Although we would not get through, but at least when you get 6 points out of 2 games, it would have looked much better. But at the same time, we didn't lose none of our 2 games. We won one, and the second one we drew. So, yes, that's it.
Well, finally, how do you think the fans back home would feel about a performance like this over the 2 games?
Disappointed, of course, because everybody back home wants us to go through and to be at least in the final to qualify for the next round. But as I said before, it didn't happen, so we have to accept it and improve as much as possible, and then come back stronger next time.
Well, we look forward to seeing you back at this stage. The name Transvaal is a very popular one in the region. I know that from experience over the years. So congratulations again, and tough luck in this final game here. Mr. Apai, the man of the substitute who came in and tried to make things happen. So that's how this one ended, goalless between Transvaal and the All Saints outfit. And now it's on to the semi-finals. The Weymouth Wales are the ones who will be representing Group C, having taken care of business in their encounter. So they will be sailing through tough luck to both Transvaal and the All Saints outfit. So that's it here from the Larry Gomes Stadium. Next up, semi-final Friday, where the top 4 teams, all the group winners, will be in action. We'll see you then.
Not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it. Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do.
Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game.
Por el amor.
Pour l'amour.
I'd leave the voix.
For the love of the beautiful game.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.